Bowser Jr. is a better play, at least in Game 1. I do think that Final Destination is an excellent stage choice for Bowser Jr. For the same kind of reasons that Final Destination is a great stage for Sonic. So Side B is such an important approach tool for Bowser Jr. He doesn't, in all honesty, have very many approach tools other than that. And of course the Mecha Koopaling, the little explosion bomb that he has, the ability to kind of just set that up, it just kind of adds to his little bit of a wall, gives him some safe options to just cover whatever movement that Focus decides he wants to throw out. Right now, both players at very even percent. Bowser Jr. has, I would say, a harder time killing than Sheik does. He does need, he does have some like true hit confirms if he side Bs and connects. A lot of times you'll see them go for their up B and then throw out their aerial move. And it is a true combo at certain percents. There's a lot of damage at the very least. I think Sheik isn't, yeah, I was going to say he's approaching that percent range, and with the rage he has obtained, it was just enough. So he has a 1 stock lead at the moment, but obviously Sheik does have a lot of tools. I would say he's probably not going to be getting a sweet spotted up smash without a hard read, but he does still have a lot of 50-50s he can throw out. And, you know, as mentioned earlier, this is an excellent stage choice for Bowser Jr. For what you're seeing here, he's not able to go to a platform to dodge away from the side B approaches. And one thing about Bowser Jr. is if his down air lands any hits at all, it will actually have no lag when he lands. Down throw up air is going to take Kantrip's first stock. A 42% deficit is not a whole lot. Obviously, Bowser Jr. is a heavier character, and he's got this big hurt box. So he's able to get some nice strings at 33% immediately. And unfortunately, a lot of Bowser Jr.'s options are just not safe. It's, especially against a character like Sheik with such amazing frame data, it's tough to do a whole lot. You're really waiting on these confirms out of your your side B approaches. At this point, once again, depending on where the hit connects, he could find that he is in that true combo. Won't kill off that side. If that was on the left side, it would have been a stock. It would have been game 1. But we are incredibly close. Unfortunately, whenever you up B away as Bowser Jr., you leave yourself incredibly exposed. You lose so much. For one, if you hit Bowser Jr., the Koopaling and not the cart, you will take increased knockback because you are just lighter. Because you take increased damage. So he's doing a very good job of throwing the Mecha Koopaling in the direction that he wants to land. So it does create a little bit of a safer option for him to throw out those up Bs. Because if that hit connects, that's going to be the stock. It's going to be the game. And actually right now with the amount of rage that Focus has, up air might be enough to do it. He goes for what looked like a very hard read on a vanish. But both characters both at 125%. Unfortunately, Bowser Jr. has now lost his ability to really connect that side B into the kill. And unfortunately, Needles to Bouncing Fish. I don't believe that is ever not a combo. But game 1, going to Focus. Going to be unsure if we're going to see a character switch right now. As mentioned, Kantrip does have Mii Brawler as well as Diddy Kong. He can switch to. Decides he wants to stay Bowser Jr. He's going to run it back. He thinks that it was a close enough game that he can bring this back. Now, whenever you lose game 1, you put yourself in a position where not only do you have to think about the game 2, but you have to think about the game 3. So not only is he going to have to win on Final Destination with Bowser Jr., but I would imagine that the counter pick is not going to be Final Destination. So now he's going to have to do it on the counter pick of Focus's choosing with the same character. So if this is a matchup he's comfortable with, that's one thing. But if this is solely because he wants to do Game 2, or he's already decided, hey, I'm going to switch in Game 3 if I win this because we're not going to do FD. Obviously, we do choose characters first as opposed to stages, so he can choose the correct character for the option. Does an incredibly solid job right now, up, call it 90%. But I actually didn't know the back end of that had a hitbox. I mean, obviously, it makes sense that the entire Bowser Jr. card is the hitbox when he side Bs, but does get the hitbox on it right away. Up air, not enough. Bowser Jr. is a very heavy character, so even with the amount of rage that he has, we did notice a couple weeks back a Vanish trap setup that was set up on Captain L, where he would have died regardless if he jumped away or if he nared. But Focus doing an incredibly great job at bringing this one back. 6% between these two, which, so that could have been the stop right there, but now you see Focus with the stage control, just barely missed space that F smash. That would have been a kill. Kantrip has decided to throw out the neutral B to, I guess, as an attempted edge guarding tool. Connects the side B into up air. I think a lot of that had to do with rage. I do know that early on, up air is an incredibly strong combo tool. It can combo into itself very well. I just heard some hype coming from the people viewing the Big House 5 stream. A nice little string there. The up air to down air into, I believe that was a back air. Oh, misses the ledge and takes a Vanish to the face, and that's going to be his first stock. A 45% difference between these two. I would say, unlike the Pikachu Sheik matchup, I think this matters a little bit more. I think Rage really helps the Bowser Jr. So he is noticeably getting comboed a bit. You know, Sheik obviously with Rage is going to be able to deal with this Bowser Jr. a lot better. But at the same time, a Bowser Jr. with Rage can start to connect these side Bs into up B aerials. And top the side, if he gets him, you know, towards the side of the stage that he's on, that could be the stop. Could be game 2. But right now he is playing footsies, trying to space himself out. Focus, looking for, he's no problem just needle camping right now. He can look for some sweet spot up smashes. He can look for some bouncing fishes off the stage. And by racking up these percents with just the needles, he is giving himself opportunities to kill with up air or Vanish. So obviously Sheik is a character that has an excellent frame data, but at the same time, when you have so many excellent 50-50s, it creates such a hard rock, paper, scissors match. And up, oh, the up B, just barely missing. Kantrip does a good job to avoid that. Throws out the Mecha Koopaling, cover himself to get back to the stage, and bouncing fish. If that was closer to the edge, that would have been it. But oh, he goes for a hard read. I think if he was, he needed to be a little bit further away from that. But oh, the grenade not punished optimally. That could have been the game right there. I do believe that was once again a mistake. And once again, between Rage and just the percent that Sheik is at, you cannot just side B and up B. In this case, the up B is enough to take the game. We're going to game 3, the third and final game in this set between Kantrip and Focus. As mentioned before, because it is Focus's counter pick, we are going to potentially see a character switch depending on what stage is chosen. unless he strikes, say, like Battlefield, I would imagine you would want to switch to Diddy Kong or Mii Brawler. We're going to Wrecking Crew! Oh, Wrecking Crew for Legal Stage 2015. There was nothing. Apparently, they don't want to play a Wrecking Crew. I personally find it's a perfectly viable and neutral stage. But I do believe the stage choice is going to be Smashville. And I can understand staying Bowser Jr. on Smashville. There is the moving platform, which does help Sheik. But because there aren't those stationary, like your standard 3 platform formats, you aren't going to have as hard a time with your own approaches as Bowser Jr. And obviously, both of these games have gone well enough where you can say, I'm feeling it, I don't need to change. As mentioned earlier, down air, if you land any hit on that hitbox, it does auto-cancel, so he can follow it up. But if it does miss, there's an incredibly lot of lag. Right now, Focus does have some full needles, and of course can do a lot of those things out of it. It's tough to tell with Focus sometimes what grenades are accidental and which ones are intentional. Because sometimes they look like they should, no, that's a smart option. Other times, you're like, okay, no, that's actually a mistake. That last one he threw out, and then he threw out the bouncing fish, could have been intentional. Right now, both players sitting at about 60%. The connection from side B into up air. Oh, good follow-up off that Koopaling. Now, 93%. 92 may have closed the window away, but obviously the up B into the aerial that Bowser Jr. throws out when he's out of the cart would be enough to kill. That move is so potent. Goes for a read on the stand there and vanish. Actually almost got it. So both players trying their best to close out the first stock here in Game 3. And as mentioned, the side B to up B, no longer going to be a true combo. Vanish just clips him, barely. And first stock going to Focus. An excellent closing out there. And, once sends him just too far away. And this is where Bowser Jr. really struggles. While he does have those true combo to end a stock, the problem is he has missed his window, and now he's going to have to go for a read or another. I guess you could do a side B into up air. That was working in Game 2, but the longer you wait this out, you're now at 94% on your second stock. So it will be very, very difficult for him to pull this one out. Could read there. It says you're going to take this up B to the face, but there's a huge mountain to climb. He's just going to have to hope that Rage can somehow pull this out, unless his Vanish does it. Goes for the up air instead. Not quite enough just yet, simply due to how heavy Bowser Jr. is, and likely connected with the cart. But Vanish on spot is enough to take it, and I do believe we have Len versus Focus on loser side, and Big D versus Captain L on winner side.